What's good with it, YouTube? Make sure y'all smack that like button, smack that subscribe button. Colorado ain't thinking about no damn run game at all. Shout out to the Colorado Buffs, man. They rank number one in the transfer portal right now, but on some real spill shit, they ain't thinking about no run game at all. That run game is not on Coach Prime mind at all. Not the mind of Prime. He ain't think about putting a back running back in the backfield at all. That probably ain't crossed his mind. He trying to get passing yards. Now just peep this, y'all though. Every team in the playoffs this year, every championship caliber team in the playoffs this season got a 1,000 yard back. Most good teams this year, majority of them, pretty much all of them, pretty much every team in the top 25 got a 1,000 yard back, and that's a fact. You mean you can come on now. In football, this is a simple argument. That's all I'm saying. This is a simple argument. In football, you have to run the ball. I'm not understanding the logic of this pass heavy offense thing. This playbook that say we gonna pass the ball 90% of the time and barely use the run game in football. Cause in football play action. You gotta use play action. You gotta use tricks and trades. It's chess out there. You're not playing checkers. Prime trying to play checkers. Prime out there just trying to. I'm gonna put the ball in their hand. We gonna throw it. Shout out to all the bowl games today. Shout out to Fresno State for whooping up on New Mexico State for. We need it. I'm glad y'all hit them across the head. Shit, get some of that money they took from down here and bring it back. Goddamn it, we didn't pay these folks down there $100 million to come down here, a million some dollars to come down here and beat us at home. Yeah, we should have hit them across the head before they left. Shout out to Fresno State, man. Fuck New Mexico State, man. They whooped them up. But Auburn right now, my boys, who I'm talking about, Auburn. We rank number 11 right now. We looking good in the overall rank in recruiting. We rank number 11. So I ain't mad at Auburn right now. They doing their thing. Hugh Freeze down there doing his thing. But he gotta get some guys in that's gonna come on and be dynamic on that offense. Cause I don't even know what type of play scheme Freeze got going on down there. He switched stuff up so much. He got to get something consistent and solid, man. But shout out to Auburn, man. We looking good at transfer. I mean, not transfer, but the overall recruiting. And I really feel like next year, with Florida State being high in recruiting too, Florida State and Auburn got a chance to make their 12-team playoff. And I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be a happy motherfucker. Both my boys in the playoff. And I love to see Colorado in there too. Real spill. Cause Coach Prime and the rest of these black coaches all across the nation take over. It's time for the takeover. But I feel like Coach Prime ain't building nothing around balanced offense. He ain't thinking about no balanced offense. He's thinking about getting the ball to Shadur and getting as many receivers and weapons around him, as many linemen he need to stuff that middle, just so his son can sit back there and throw the ball as many times as he possibly can. And I feel like that's gonna hurt him. That's not gonna help him. That's gonna hurt him. Yeah, they ranked number one transfer portal, 21st overall. But I feel like, as I scope around YouTube, look around, man, there's a lot of cock riding still. Y'all gonna hype this team up again. Hype them up, and then Coach Prime go out here and pass heavy, and y'all gonna see a lot of sacks, a lot of comebacks from other teams that wasn't supposed to happen, a lot of bad clock management, and it's gonna look about the same as last season. Not now. I'm not saying it's what I want to happen. I want them to come out here and do their thing. Just put it like this: if Colorado have a running back next season that run for over 1,000 yards, Colorado gonna be in the playoffs. They gonna be one of them top teams because they getting them guys in. Prime doing what he's supposed to do. He getting them guys in there. They recruiting their butts off. They gonna do that. Prime gonna do. Coach Dion gonna do that anyway. No matter where he go, guys gonna want to come play for him. But at the same time, what type of situation are you putting these guys in? Is it gonna be the same situation as these guys that left had, or these guys that didn't get to play, or these guys that was complaining on Instagram and Facebook and all this, YouTube and all this? What type of situation are you bringing these players into? What type of plans and intentions do you have for next season? And being that they're not in the bowl game, so most of these transfers coming in, they just pretty much got to get ready for next season. Based on all the transfers that he getting in and all the recruits he got, he's building a pass heavy offense. He's building a pass heavy offense. Pass heavy. He's gonna pass the ball 80 to 90% of the time next season. I guarantee you. That's what it looked like to me. Until I see him get some big tight ends and running backs. If he grab like 2 running backs or something like that, some guys to help McCaskill out, they're gonna be alright. Cause he got to move Dillon to a receiver. That's gonna help him out a lot if he put old Dylan Edwards over there on the out and use him, periodically. Him and Travis Hunter, and just leave Travis Hunter on defense. That'll be smooth. But we gonna see. We really got to sit back and watch and see what's gonna happen. Cause everybody got their opinion right now. We really don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know what's gonna happen. But he definitely getting these recruits in. Some of these offensive linemen he getting look kind of suspect to me. That's just me. I ain't trying to be, no crazy talking. I ain't talking crazy. I'm just saying. I'm being real, man. Even some of the guys Auburn got, it's like, yeah, it's they all right, but we trying to get up on this level of the Georgias and Ohio States and the Alabamas. We got to compete with these. It's just a reality of it, man. When you want to win a championship, you're gonna have to compete with a top SEC school. I'm sorry, it don't matter what you believe or how you feel about it. The South is where the best athletes in sports and physical and everything is. The South. Some of the best players, most of the best players in basketball, football, baseball come from the South. Straight up. The South breeds and breeds. I mean, we just athletic. We cornbread fed, southern, hay barrel throwing country boys down here. I mean, come on, man. The South is where it's at. So you're going to have to beat these teams. LSU's, Auburn, if they keep doing what they doing as far as recruiting and getting these guys in. Even when you go down to Florida State and all these teams, the Carolinas and stuff. I mean, come on. It's the South. We've been running championships for a minute. Straight up. So, at the end of the day, if they want to build a championship team at Colorado, they're going to have to get a guy in there that can get him 1,000 yards. And they already got it with McCaskill. But what's the game plan? Is the game plan to use them or abuse them? Straight up. Are you going to use them or abuse them? I want to see Prime use these guys to their best abilities and shock the world. Come back after a 4-8 season and go 8-4 or 9-3. That would be. I'm talking about, man. You know how many people be watching Colorado, man. Colorado. If Coach Prime come out here and put these players and these guys on the map, the same way that season started last season, and he handing that ball off, nickel and diamond, throwing the ball, getting, he got a balanced offense, a solid, good offense, and then that defense come out punishing teams. Oh, man. That's what we all expect Colorado to do. That's what we want to see. But when they go out there and, like I say, pass the ball, can't guard a slant route, can't really penetrate the middle and stop the run. When they go out and do that, it look crazy after all this big time hype and recruiting. Because ain't no other team in America got all this hype and around their recruiting and hyping around what's going on. No other team. So can't nobody else say, oh, y'all ain't saying it about so-and-so, or y'all ain't saying it about so. No, because the whole nation's eyes are on Colorado. Straight up. Even now. A lot of teams are looking at Florida. A lot of people are looking at Florida State too now. They're looking to see how Florida State going to respond. Straight up. Even though I'm a fan. I ain't saying it because I'm a fan because I'm biased or not. I'm just saying. A lot of people in the country are gonna be looking to see, especially college football fans. We're gonna be looking to see how Florida State respond next season. We're gonna look see how Florida State gonna respond against Georgia in this bowl game. Cause Florida State might go out there and beat the shit out of Georgia. But I don't see that because they ain't got their quarterback. But at the same time, they got one of the best defenses in college football. Probably the best defense in college football. Behind Georgia, Alabama, one of them. But I'm telling you, when it comes to this championship level caliber football, you gonna have to run that ball. You gonna have to tote that thing. Somebody got to tote. The NFL for a few years they tried to look down on the running back, but it's starting to creep back up because you gonna understand in football they call it football for a reason. You on your foots. You got to run. Running is the main thing in football, not throwing. Been praising Brady and Manning and all these crazy motherfuckers. Been praising them and putting them on these pedestals for so long, they forgot about the running backs. So now it trickles down and starts this tradition that then led down to a player like Shadura, a player like Caleb Williams, and all these guys getting these NIL deals, straight quarterbacks. And y'all forgetting that quarterback's greatest asset is a run game, a solid run game. Straight up. So if Colorado come out this mug and pass heavy, we're gonna have we as fans, we're gonna see the same season we seen last season. I hate to say it. A lot of people gonna disagree with that. A lot of people gonna think I'm crazy. But if they come out here and do the same thing like last season, if they go the first 5 games in the season and they don't have a running back already over 400 yards or 500 yards, it's gonna be an ugly season. Cause they had running backs that had 500 yards on the entire season. They lead running back 500-600 yards on the season. I think it might not even been that. It might have been like 400 or 5, something like that. But I think like 500 something. And that was Dylan Edwards, I think. But still, you still got Shadur with. I think he led the team in carries and rushing touchdowns. Straight up, I think Shadur led the team in rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns. Of course, he gonna lead in passing touchdowns, but he led the team in rushing touchdowns with 4 or 5 of them. And I vividly remember a game when old Prime was like he say yeah, we need to run the ball. We're gonna have to run the ball better. And that very next game, Shadur had 13 carries and a rushing touchdown. And they lost. Like I said, you're gonna have to establish you a run game back there. This is football. I think somewhere down the line within coaching and all the shine and glory and just being caught up in what and who they are and who he is and what his name stands for, I think he done got just caught up in thinking that he can just do this and this is gonna work. I can do it. It's gonna work. I'm Prime. I'm Gold Jacket. And yeah, Prime that guy. Prime probably one of the greatest athletes. He probably top 3 greatest athletes of all time. Straight up, Prime that guy. I think a lot of stuff that got to his head about playing this college football with his son at the quarterback position, and with his son being pretty solid, pretty good. So I'm ready to see what's gonna happen next season. But I really feel like it's gonna be a whole nother 4-8 season again. That's how I feel. But that's not what I'm saying gonna happen. That's not what I wish gonna happen. But I just got a feeling they gonna come out here and be 90% pass. All about Shadur. And they gonna rack up some yards, especially their first couple games. They might breeze off a few wins in this now. But once they get into that conference play and it get heavy and them games get serious, it's gonna be rough for them Colorado Buffaloes with that pass heavy offense. So for all you Prime puppets out there that just be upset and mad because They can't say nothing about Colorado. I ain't saying nothing bad about Colorado. I want to see Colorado succeed. But for all you prime puppets, fuck you. See, y'all might see uh, Colorado run into a brick wall next season with all these recruits. And so be it. So what? You wasn't entertained the way you thought you was gonna be entertained. So what? This is college football. That's why I love it. So shout out to them Auburn Tigers. Shout out to them Florida State Seminoles. Gonna bounce back. Shout out to them Buffs. I see you, Prime. Keep getting them. Keep racking them in there. Keep building that team to pass. I mean to last.